Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Dogboat333, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as New England. Now, last video, we finished up our war against the Cindies, which went okay. The peace still didn't go as well, however. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get all the little core. We didn't get this core back, and we didn't get a lot of these other states, which kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. We also still have the AUS versus the PSA. So, I'm thinking... might be a good idea to go ahead and do something a little bit different. Not a little different. Go ahead and get justifying on the AUS sometime soon. Although, I'll probably... right now, let's do the, it's hard to say, because we are also in the Second Weltkrieg already, and, we have the ongoing battle over here, which is not necessarily looking the best. But we're also just not necessarily in the best position to do much of anything in this conflict. So, I don't know, it's hard. It's pretty tough to figure out what we're supposed to do. Also, what is... oh, Peru Bolivia's versus the Andean pack. Okay, I got you. I was a little confused about that for a second, but we'll just go ahead and unpause for now, methinks. And then, I do think I want to justify... first off, I'll go to war economy real quick. I'll go get another person of influence. Got a couple of options of for ambassadors to Canada. Let's go Joe Kennedy Sr., why not? Seems thematically appropriate, so we might as well do it. And then for Barcelona. Ah, mierda. That's it's not the best, I'm not gonna lie. But troops are flooding in now, so hopefully that'll help with that front. I am tempted to help in the Weltkrieg. The only problem with that right now really is we kind of need to secure, I think at least this is what we need to do. If we don't go ahead and consolidate a little bit of territory now, because it looks like the AUS is about to take out Mexico, which is huge. If we don't do something to make sure that the AUS is knocked out now, or the PSA, or, you know, weaken what the PSA can get, or whoever ends up winning, it's going to be a lot harder to deal with a mostly unified America. No, RIP Belgium. You hate to hear it. You hate to see it. So that's my main concern right now, and so that's why I think I'm going to go ahead. We can give you a new trait. Excellent. Let's do Improv Expert. That sounds pretty good. Also in a pack with Morocco. And then I'm going to guess reassess American involvement. Mexico. It says I can do stuff with Mexico. Canada's taken Yucatan. It's interesting I can take stuff in Mexico. This feels a little silly, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe we can get Mexico as a puppet coming up here. That would be interesting. Getting, went from Baja to Lower California. That's interesting. And then I guess it's, a race for this last state. I don't... Yep, okay. Okay, so we finally managed to shatter Mexican defenses. Let's liberate Mexico under a friendly government. So we now have Mexico as a puppet. Which I did not expect we were going to have, but I will not complain. And, yeah, we got, Mr. Gomez, undistinguished suit, in charge. We're going to go ahead and reassess our American involvement. As our allies in America began to falter, some in the government see this as an opportunity for New England to assert its status as a true successor state of America. However, we need to convince the government in Ottawa that the Entente's resources are better served shifting towards our military rather than our allies. I don't think that's going to require too much. And yep, we got a full puppet under our control. Very nice. Ooh. Well, that's interesting. That is certainly interesting. What do they do? Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, because that makes... I mean, I know Idaho has a reputation being a conservative state, but I didn't think they'd go that path. I didn't think they really didn't want to be stuck with the liberals in California, but evidently not. That is a weird little thing right there, isn't it? And I've seen weirder, but I've... Let's do Raytheon. From East Asia, I guess we'll do a pact with them. Well, that complicates things a little bit. Because that means we'll be dealing with the full... Let me go and get, let's get Mark Wayne Clark. Why not? We'll be dealing with the full force... Do improv. What am I trying to say? The full fighting force of the AUS, if we want to go right now, which I don't know if we fully do. Ooh. The Dutch are making a little... That's Sardinia Piedmont. They're making a little landing. A little bit of a naval invasion. To retake Holland. Oh, no, never mind. They're dead. Can do all that. Why not? Let's see. They're doing decent pushes against Russia. This front, they're not doing too hot. Things around on all sides certainly doesn't help. And Belgium not holding, you know, F's in chat. There goes Morocco. Ah, shit, my foot's killing me. Got a non-aggression pact with Cuba. Why not? And we'll do all these non-aggression pacts. Why not? I think they just need to hold in Spain, and I think they'll be okay. So they're doing... Juan's doing okay, I guess. What do we want? Let's do the War Production Board. In order to be ready for conflict, we must form together a board of industrialists in order to organize a proper transformation from civilian production to wartime goods. The army requires rifles and munitions to fight, not toasters. Okay, we can go ahead and take the mantle of free America. When Canadians intervened in the spring of 1937, many saw us as merely a puppet from the Entente's desperate attempt to return home. However, thanks to patriotic men and women who refused to give up on American democracy, we now find ourselves qualified to claim the mantle of a free America indeed. Those who doubt us can look at our renewed economic strength and growing capabilities of our armed forces. It's time to announce to the American continent that we will free our nation from those that plunge it into chaos. So we can liberate it. That would put us up against both the AUS and the PSA, which I don't think I'm a fan of at this point. Well, we can go ahead and let's go ahead and do some Liberty ships, namely Walsh Kaiser. Located in Cranston, Providence in Rhode Island, the Walsh and Kaiser Company has been financed by the Maritime Commission as part of the country's intensive shipbuilding program. Local storekeepers, housewives, clerks, and youth fresh out of school have also been encouraged in the development and construction of the dockyards so that our Navy continues to be top of its class. Let's do it. They're always canceling their Lend-Lease. Let's go ahead and accept all this. So let's see, it is Saturday when I'm recording this. Coming off the opening night of a show we did, which was a very fun show, and it went very well, which I'm very happy about. Already have the Underground Railway established already. Okay, let's take a look at things going on. We're doing okay in the Dominion, it looks like. Or at least, well, maybe not. We're not doing horribly in the Dominion. Germany isn't doing too hot. Could be doing better in Spain, but I'm sure we could be doing worse as well. Let's see if we can train up more units at a time. We're going to need to start building more artillery. So we could do that. Want to see if I can... Okay, I can just do this. So I'm kind of tempted to just do that then. Ooh. Today, Joe Kenny Sr. paid a visit to C.D. Howe, the great Canadian businessman, engineer, and politician at his home. Howe himself had always had a soft spot for New England. The Canadian had been born in Massachusetts and attended the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Businessman and engineer, Howe's business expanded to great engineering, consulting, and general contracting, with his firm dominating the grain elevators of the Canadian West. The two men discussed how and the relative business and cordial ties between the two nations, Howe proposed a relatively undeveloped plot of land near Port Arthur, Ontario, that could serve as a building ground for a joint Canadian-American factory. Factory workers in Canadian lands would be staffed with American workers and Canadian workers, improving relations in both countries while allowing the two nations to reap the profits. It's also reported that upon meeting one another, both men talked for a long while about the situation in America and Canada's role in the intervention. Two men were seen raising a toast to a new era of North American friendship, perhaps a testament of future days of cooperation to come, to a fruitful partnership. PSA is not too happy with us. Neither is the AUS. How many troops do these guys have? Probably a lot. I'm going to save real quick because this might be a very bad idea. If I'm honest, it probably is, and I don't know if I should do this now or wait. How many troops does the PSA have? 20 to 70. I don't know if it's a good idea to do this, actually. If anything, and this is probably a lot riskier than anything I've done before, I think it's time to go over to Spain, boys. Ooh. I'm going to hopefully have naval superiority as we make our way over there. It's time to go ahead and liberate Old England before we move on to New England. That gives us time to do the Underground Railway, so let's go ahead and do entrenchment and redeployment tactics. America is a geographically diverse country, with some areas being difficult to supply and defend. We need to ensure our divisions have the proper logistic capabilities and that they are capable of establishing quick defenses anywhere in our great nation. So we could give old Leslie something here. Let's do Logistics Wizard. Send these boys over. And it might just be time. We might just go ahead and wait until these two go back at it again. I think that's the play. Looks like we can build more things. Let's get our civilian industry back up and running, because we had some decent stuff going for a bit, but with the one focus, we have more military factories, of course, which is always nice, but could always go with more civilian factories. Could also use some tungsten, methinks. So let's get another doctrine. Do airland battle. A New England native, an increasingly prominent figure in the New England screen, is no other than Betty Davis. Born Ruth Elizabeth Davis in Lowell, Massachusetts, Betty, name she's had since her youth, the interacting career in the theaters, Broadway, and the screens of Hollywood, described as a beautiful and bubbling with charm. Davis's film career began to rise with breakthrough roles in films such as The Man Who Played God and Of Human Bondage. Fleeing the nation as one of the many American refugees in the outbreak of the Civil War, Davis returned home to New England, where she helped play a role in the growing New England film industry. Forefront manner, idiosyncratic speech, and always present cigarette has contributed to a greater public persona. In particular, Davis has achieved a main role in 1939 box office success, Dark Victory. highest grossing films of the year. Her role in the movie paved the way for stardom. With the outbreak of the war, Dave has also achieved frontline popularity, especially among servicemen with her natural charisma and beauty, selling nearly $2 million in war bonds within 2 days, as well as a picture of herself for $250,000. Willing to perform for black servicemen, Davis pushed a sort of Hollywood canteen for the soldiers, where famous actors and actresses can entertain the tired troops. While in her film career, she preferred to play antagonistic or villainous roles, she's always been placed in more feminine roles as a result of the war, as a way to distract the female audiences from the reality of their lives. She did it the hard way. And here we go, our New England boys. Getting ready. Let's go ahead and invest 100. We'll invest in civilian power. And then get them to assist with our economy again. We can go ahead and stretch this out a little bit, so let's go ahead and do that. Ooh. Class of 1940 just arrived, and their numbers are far from below expectations. It is still necessary for senators to recommend prospective young men decrease from 100 new cadets to just 14. It's been suggested that we all Canadian politicians recommend their young men to West Point. We are in dire need of new officers, and yet at the same time, the time-honored tradition ensures that this institution isn't used by foreign powers, much less the crown. We do need the people. Well, let's get pushing. You know what? So far, so good. 4th of July. Ooh, almost into new focus. Let's do the Underground Railway. If you are happy with the government to the south, just like our grandfathers in the era of slavery, we'll assist those persecuted by the southern traders in coming north to freedom. Well, look at them go. As usual, the Americans are coming in to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And seems that we're all out of ass. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you as always for watching. If you like this video, leave a like. If not, feel free to dislike. If you want to see more of this content in the future, hit the sub button for uploads every weekday, as well as every, not every, occasionally Saturdays. If you have any comments, I'll read that later. If comments, feedback, concern, go into the comment section below or read the comments. I appreciate any all feedback you might have for me. If you want to chat, play games, anything of the sort, check out my Discord. If you want to send a Patreon, if you want to see me do sort of live, I have a Twitch. Or check down the description box below. That's really it for now, boys. Thank you as always for watching. My name has been Doggo333, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.